I see your faces. I love it.
Hey.
You see Tina and Carol.
Oh my gosh.
We're all
How's
together.
everybody?
Fun.
Oh my, congratulations, Carol.
Yeah.
Good job. Way to go. And is this Tina? Who's this?
Yeah. Yes.
And you also. Amazing.
They both did it. Is that not amazing?
That is amazing. Y'all are rock stars.
It's all
Yes, Sheila. Yes.
And this is Lori.
Sweet Sheila.
So exciting, you guys.
We've just done it together, and it's been fun, as you know.
Yes, I was looking at that this morning. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I've been looking at it all week. I'm like, that's fantastic.
Yes, thank you, Lori.
So everybody doing well?
We're doing good. I think Chris is going to get on here in a minute, too.
Okay, and I have several people, Melanie and different people, Jeannie and Socorro and lots of different people hopefully will be getting on. So Cheryl, it's been a long time since I talked to you.
I know. It's good to see you. Thanks for letting me jump on here.
Yes, absolutely. It looks like your hair has gotten longer.
I don't know. I guess so.
Or it's been a while. So,
Yeah.
Awesome.
It grows fast, and we don't have time to go get haircuts, right?
That's very true. Tina, you've heard this, but the only negative about Juice Plus is that your hair grows so fast that when you're older, you have to pay more money to get it highlighted and cut.
Wow.
But it does grow really fast, I tell you.
Hair and nails, right?
Yeah, hair and nails.
Gotta take care of all that stuff. So here comes Chris.
Hey,
Hello, my dear. Are you hearing us?
Yes. Hi,
There
Lori.
she is. Yay. So I'm going to be honoring people's time. This will be 30 minutes or whatever, less. But we're going to get started, and other people can join I know that there were several other people. But, so the first thing is howdy do. I'm so excited to see Tina and in person, and Carol in person, and Sheila in person, and Cheryl in person, and Chris in person. And I want to, we've had our team calls off and on, and I need it. And today we're going to kind of I want the community. I want us to be in our community. So, and we'll kind of hammer out what that might look like, what people's needs are. But basically a place where we can see each other, talk to each other, catch up, and see what's going on. I have a monthly, hey Socorro, I have a monthly call with Kurt Beavers, and so his information, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but whatever, that goes towards disseminating to y'all. I have the Facebook page, I have the Voxer group, and but just depending on what everybody's doing, I want to be able to, how you just sometimes you just got to talk to somebody, typing it out or whatever, it just doesn't cut it, because there's explanations that are necessary and stuff. So, and then there's a lot going on from the home office. I'm also getting, we have conversations with the home office with Janet Black that NMDs are included in, and some of that is to pass on, and at various amounts and information and stuff. So I want to be able to do that. I want to know what y'all feel like you need. What do you want? What are you lacking? What would speak to you? Yeah, Sheila.
Here we've got Chris and Tina and Carol, all SC wanting to get to SSC.
Right.
So I didn't know how to help them to do that.
Okay.
It's been so long since I did it, I don't really remember what I did. So if you could help us navigate that.
Yes, and Socorro is on the line with us, and she's also a sales coordinator. heading towards SSC, and so we just had a coaching call with the home office, and so I can talk about that. That's it can be kind of confusing or kind of not really understanding. So I would like to talk about that, and I know that for this particular, who's the other person on their phone? I know it's Socorro, and then who's the other person? Can you say your name? E6833.
I've never seen a number like that.
Haven't either.
I wonder if that's Cho, because it sounds like her number. Let me see.
Okay. Well, hopefully it is. It'll be nice to figure out. But what we can do is have a
Lori,
yeah.
No,
Lori?
it's not.
I wanted to go back I didn't know if you were still on what we need or you're
Yes.
moving on.
Yes.
Okay,
No, I'm still on that.
I need encouragement. Donna, I do talk to Donna maybe once a week if I request a call, a coaching call. And Donna's got great ideas, but I feel like I just really need more encouragement.
Okay.
I feel like I've really tried, but every day, all the things that happen in life, I'm still trying, but it just would be great to have that, some encouragement, more support.
And what does that look like for you?
Maybe someone who I guess just somebody caring enough to contact me or to see what I'm doing. I don't know. I know Sheila does once in a while too. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I don't know what it looks like for me. I guess having somebody to talk to, like yesterday, I had 6 people say they would be on our Zoom call. None were on. I did a 3-way call with the rep underneath me. We're really trying to get her to HLP by the end of the month. That hasn't happened yet. So on Saturday, she and I are going to the mall the way Ginger Carter recommended to talk to people.
Okay.
So I feel like we're really trying to, she did a launch call last Saturday. She's doing another launch call this Saturday. I don't really know why she's not getting the orders when she's talking to people. Donna felt like I should really try to do 3-way calls and close the order, but I couldn't close the order either on the last person we did the 3-way call with. So I don't know, just help, I guess.
So a couple of things. One is I heard early on in my Juice Plus career that you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person.
Yeah.
And I believe that, and pray that God brings the people to me that need to hear what I have to say, and that I will be bold enough to open my mouth and say something. So of all people, Chris, you are encouragement to me.
Oh, praise.
So many obstacles. You have worked so hard. You are so, Sheila, and actually it's because Sheila has duplicated so beautifully, because Sheila she does whatever you tell her, and you do the same thing. You tell her, okay, I'll go do it. I don't know what I'm doing, but you said to do it, so I'm going to do it. That's what brings success, and not only just in the Juice Plus world, but just in yourself, because then you try something new and you try it. Maybe you are successful, maybe you fall down. If it's the first time, you probably do fall down.
Yeah.
But that's expected. We wouldn't send our kids to school if we didn't expect them to not know the stuff and then to start learning the stuff.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
gonna fall down. They're not going to know it all. So I think I hear what you're saying, and I will keep that in mind, and have I know that Sheila has I know she misses you, first of all. She
Oh.
misses you. And matter of fact, I miss everybody.
Yes.
I'm 4 hours away. So I miss seeing everybody and hugging everybody's neck and being able to be right there. But I have to trust that, God's plan is perfect and his
Right.
way is the best. And
That's right.
I heard early on with Eric Worre, went to hear him in Dallas one day, drove up there and drove back. Actually, Bill did the driving, of course. So, but he said, and this, I remember this because it touched my heart, because when we got started in the Juice Plus, we have a great upline sponsor, but he wasn't doing all the things that everybody else was doing. And when I was ready to grow, I hadn't had a lot of things modeled for me, so my sponsor didn't do certain things, which is fine. And the deal is Eric Worre says, okay, stop your pity party.
Yes.
You just got blessed because you got put into a position where you had to own it. You had to have skin in it.
Yes.
You had to learn what to do. You didn't have somebody open up your cocoon and prepare your sleeping bag and make sure you had your tea and coffee, You had
Yes.
to figure it out.
Yes.
And that made you stronger. So I, again, have to believe that, I know
Yes.
God gave me the kids and the family and everything that I have for a purpose and a reason and his timing. And I have to believe the same with this.
Yes.
That he's
Yes.
given me the team and the partners and the customers and everybody that I can link arms with that are going to build me as a better person, and that I can help build them as a better person.
Yes.
Pouring into them.
And I'll probably have reps like this. So I need to own it and do well in this situation,
Yeah.
and be able to, so I can share with them, just like it was Christy's idea to go to the mall. Well, I didn't really want to go to the mall. Then I thought, I better go to the mall. How can I tell other people to do that if I'm not going to do it with her? So I told her, all right, we're doing it.
Going to the mall. And
Yeah.
sometimes we don't want to do the stuff that needs to be done. But how many times have we had a customer that they said, oh, my little Johnny doesn't want to, I can't keep him getting the gummies, or I can't even keep taking my capsules. It's like, sooner or later, you got to belly up to the adult bar and own this stuff,
Yeah.
and I don't talk that way to people, but we're laying a foundation of education. We're laying a foundation of education, and we have to, if we hold their hand and do everything for them all the time, there's no better place to fall than in a safe place. We know that with our kids. So we put them in a safe place, and they might fall. You might fall. But that's why the three of you are sitting there together, because you have someone to pick you up. And that's why we're on this call, because we have someone to pick us up, someone to link arms with, someone to say, okay, so what's going on here? What did I need to do? What's going on? So, yeah, I want to address that kind of stuff in this call. Tell me some other things that.
Laura, can I just add something?
Yes.
What Chris was saying, to me, what she is saying, because I think I've kind of experienced the same thing. What we hear, the biggest responsibility we have in this, choice we've made, is to build relationship. It's not just about selling the product. It's building relationships. And that needs to come from the leadership as well. When we talk with them, we don't need to just talk about the business. We need to make sure that there's relationship going on from the different levels as well.
I love that.
So I think that's what I kind of experienced, the same thing that Chris is experiencing. I don't always want to talk about the business. If that's all we talk about and you've missed sales or whatever, it's just, I leave the call feeling very discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
Encouraged, because relationship building is what it's all about.
Then that's hard. I've got 9 children, and I said, God has a sense of humor because I'm a task-oriented person. Give me a list and I'm fine. But, you know, building a relationship, I'm working on that, for that, to that. And so help hold me accountable to that, Carol, because that is so true. Without relationships, what we have is really selling Florsheim shoes or whatever. It's, you know.
And I think
Yes.
too, Lori, when where you're talking from, Chris, is when you can't see what you've done because it's behind you, all you think about is what hasn't happened. You've done so much, Chris. Your business is beautiful. And
Thank you.
how many reps do you have? I mean, it's happening for you. It's just not happening as fast as you want to
Right.
see it. You know, we
It's-
forget
Yes.
what good you've done. And I think buddies help us with that too, is
Yeah.
relationship.
Yes.
Helps see that, you know? So
But,
I'm so glad we're doing this, Lori, because I think it's going to help everybody.
yes.
Yes.
You know, a gratitude journal. When my kids would complain, I'd say, okay, write down 10 things that you're thankful for.
Yes.
And they, you know, of course, come up with 10 things eventually. I said, now give me 10 more.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, okay, now give me the next 10, because now you're getting deep enough into it. So don't just be, okay, I had, you know, pretty soon you're going to own it that I took a breath when I woke up this morning. I stepped out on 2 feet when I got out of bed. I had 2 arms. I was able to see. I have, you know, I'm blessed beyond measure. I help people. And I think that will help us. A gratitude journal, or just the habit. And I don't have much that I particularly wanted to talk about, but I just was listening to Darren Daly's thing. I don't know. I know some of you have listened to him in the past. Did anybody hear his setting up your morning routine?
Mhm.
You listen to that one, Cheryl?
Yeah.
Well, I'm putting the link on Facebook, and I just watched it, and then you can download the little 2-page thing for how to start your morning routine. And I'm not going to give it to you as a very short little thing, but if you can start the day out with success, what that looks like for you, then you're winning from the beginning. And I'll tell you that one of the you know, Bill's always pulling up things to watch or learn from. And he pulled up this admiral who was talking about success. He was giving a college commencement speech or whatever. And he was talking about success. And he said, it starts with the first thing in the morning, make your bed as soon as you get out of it. You know, when you start stacking tiny little successes on top of each other, they start adding up. And I know that I've posted that one before. I'll look it up again. It was a powerful commencement speech that I made all my kids listen to, and we've listened to it over and over again. But it helps to get a new perspective. And Chris, thank you for being bold enough and being able to verbalize something that you need, so that we can start pouring into that, because the rest of us are having the same thing. It's just we haven't figured out how to verbalize it. So,
Lori, can I say something?
yes, please.
So, yeah, and I just resignate. I think we all do, Chris. I mean, we all need a buddy. And that's why Jay, you know, says that. I mean, and what that buddy looks like for each of us is different, you know, our personalities and everything, but being able to.
Yes.
And one thing I just want to share, it was so encouraging for me. Last couple of days I was out at Catherine Lee's trafficking ministry, Pure Hope. And one thing I didn't know, I was out there, Diane Sears, Dr. Sears' I guess ex-daughter-in-law, she just moved to Dallas like 2 weeks ago. And I thought, you know, my brain, I'm thinking, okay, she probably has team here or whatever. And she doesn't really. So she's just decided to relocate here because she wants to it's about a 2-hour drive from the trafficking minister. She wants to be more involved with that, and she's close to Catherine. But it was just kind of a good education for me. I kind of picked her brain over lunch thinking, okay, she's kind of on her own, although she's an NMD with a lot of people, but they're all spread out, so she's going to be, maintaining all the closeness and the contact through Zoom, of course, and then I think she has a retreat once a year, separate from conference, where she brings everyone together. And that made me think of your beautiful home, Lori.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just encouraging to me. Okay, there's people that they're on their own, that are really successful, and she's just really excited to kind of have a new season for different reasons, and she's just kind of starting over, so to speak. But so it was fun to see what she has in place, and what she's doing to maintain community. I didn't learn everything, whatever. We're going to have lunch in a couple weeks, so I'm really excited about that. Be picking her brain some more, but but she's another person too that we could do things for, at least in Texas. And then, but I think the Zoom and
besides Zoom, what else did she say that she was using?
we didn't get into that as much.
Okay.
I know she did Boxer, but they were planning her team retreat is next week at Sailor Ranch, and so she and Catherine were kind of planning some of that. So it's getting to eavesdrop on what they were.
Okay, well, I want information on that.
I know. I read it all. Got good notes, you guys. It was just fun because I have felt quite alone, a lot too. So, with having that model, on our team, like we've talked about. So, and again, not to have the pity party or anything, but just being able to learn from people and charge forward and really get it moving. So, I guess just saying we all feel that on different levels, and just being able to embrace what we learn from each other.
Yes.
And move forward.
And realize a lot of other people feel that way too. So we need to continue to work on relationships with the people all around us that feel that way.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So going back just for a second, as far as helping to get from sales coordinator to senior sales coordinator, I'm wondering if those of you that are in that position, your sales coordinators, wanting to get into senior sales coordinators, when this is done, or we can set up another time to have a brief, maybe 15 minutes or something, and I can kind of highlight some of the things that we just heard with the home office, and kind of go over what it is that they're saying you need to accomplish, to kind of as an overview. And then I don't know, would anybody be interested in that or have time to do that? So when we get done, about 15 minutes to do that. Okay. And then
Sorry, Lori, I got disconnected. It dropped me.
Okay.
So when you were saying, could you repeat what you just said?
yeah, I was just saying the people that, because they had, I'm not sure if you had gotten on yet when I had asked what people needed, and Sheila was saying, she's got sales coordinators that are looking to get to senior sales coordinators.
Yeah, no, I got that. It was just when you were just going to say going back to after
let's-
Chris.
If people are able to, at the end of this, the ones that are wanting to be senior sales coordinators, get on, and we can kind of take 15 minutes to kind of review some of that and kind of get some feedback. Because you don't want to lose momentum from what you've just accomplished. Some people have just accomplished some things, and so keeping that momentum going. I think one of the biggest stealers is that we accomplish something and then we go, okay, yeah, now I can rest, and while you can take a breath, think of it more as swimming, and I'm coming up for a breath, but then I'm going to keep after it, because I'm not at the end of the pool yet. If you're trying to get to the end of the pool, if you're just hopping from lily pad to lily pad, and you want to hang out somewhere, perfectly fine, you can do that. But if you really want to go the distance and faster, then you take a breath, and we all recharge differently. Now, is that because Tina needs to take a breath, or she
No, she wants to go. Like
wants
she's
to
ready
keep on
to go.
going? So,
Right.
and that's perfect, because you're kind of in that momentum. It's kind of like, it's so much easier to keep something moving than to stop and start and stop and start. So let me ask this as far as kind of going back to what your needs are. Does this day and time work for y'all? I find that I'm kind of pooped out in the evening, and I'm better when I'm awake. So a day, someday, if we need to change it. And then I'm asking,
I think it works.
mhm.
Even going out for lunch with a friend, we can get back to do this.
Okay.
So I think it's a great time.
Okay. Would you want to do this? How often? Do you want to do this weekly, every 2 weeks, once a month?
We do it once a week until we know what we're doing, and then
Perfect.
maybe every other.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just go until, we have to have something going. It honestly is a lot easier to stay involved than to drop out or wonder, wait, is this the week we're doing it? Or,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's good to start getting a little, like Sheila said, what we're going to be doing, so then it'll stick.
right.
To see what works. But some Fridays work for me, not all the time at the moment.
Mhm.
But yes, I agree. Daytime is better. Working hours is great.
And maybe if we can record it, Lori, for those.
Oh, okay. Well, it's recording because I set my Zoom to automatically record, I guess.
That'll help.
It's
Because it'll just be
recording.
where people will have it.
Right. And then I know that I've got people that are in the VF position that are trying to get to sales coordinator. So it might be that we can have an offshoot of that next step too. So I know if Andrea and Cho, if y'all are wanting to do that, we can schedule a little 15-minute review of what it takes to get to the next position. Would that work for y'all? And Andrea, you're muted, so if you say something, I can't hear.
Hey, hi everyone. I'm in between. I'm on my lunch break. The middle of the day does not work for me. I didn't know about this call until about a couple hours ago, so I'm glad I could join.
Yes.
To jump on. I do want to kind of review and kind of get back into the groove. I've been kind of just maintaining and checking in with my customers and prospects, but I haven't actively done anything. So I'd like to check back in on what it takes to get to sales coordinator and just kind of see what that looks like.
So
yeah.
I'll schedule an evening or afternoon, late afternoon or early evening, something for people specifically that are wanting to get to sales coordinator. That work?
Perfect. Yes, that works. Thank you.
And Cho?
Yeah, I don't have any comment right now. I'm not sure whether I can commit it or not.
Okay.
Thank you for offering. That's very
Sure.
kind of you.
Yeah, I'll post something out there, and then if it works, it'll be recorded, and then you'll have it. So awesome. I wanted to kind of let people know, in case you're not aware, that Julie Herbst just posted it. Socorro and I talked about this earlier this morning. She posted a One Simple Change, an update as of Monday. Have y'all looked at that? You can do the PowerPoint, you can do the video recording, or you can do the notes and do it yourself in the flip book. So that is on, where was that? Healthy Living? That was on Mission Driven Model.
Mission driven model, yeah.
Mission Driven. So if you go to Mission Driven Model, it should be right there. And then I know, kind of talking about events in general, because I used her recording last night at an event that I did. But I know that Sheila, you and your ladies, you've been having the Zoom launch calls, and those have been going really well. And I would like to have y'all, maybe we can do one of the next calls. You can kind of give us some feedback of what you do that you feel like is making it most successful for you, how often you're doing it and that kind of stuff. Or if you're just following the rules and whatever it says, it helps for all of us. Because I think that launch call is really cool. And you have the beauty of making it pretty short. It's not a huge, but I would like to find out how you're ending it. Because I feel like that's a place that could maybe.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say to Chris is you got on there the other night and to do a call and nobody was there. We've had that happen.
Right.
But we take that time just to kind of, collaborate on what we should do next. So, and then the other night we had a call, we only had one person, but let me just tell you, the time that we got to spend with that person was incredible. And she could ask us every question she wanted, and we could answer every question she had, and on a personal level, on every level. It was just so don't get too discouraged if you just have one show up, because that's exactly what we were talking about. The Lord brought you that person. And
Yes.
all your attention, because if you had 10 on there, you may not have been able to do that. So
Yeah. This was it was the Taste of the Shred call last night, in which they did the Healthy Revolution. So I didn't really get a chance to talk to people, but I feel like you guys have been really good at what you're doing, and I'm learning that from you guys, just to appreciate whoever I have. I think that's excellent point.
my motto is, it's not quantity, it's quality.
Yeah,
And
that's so good, Tina.
I got 16 people. Well, if they all walk out the door,
Yeah.
you didn't get to sit down and sip on a shake with them,
Yes. Yes, really, that's really good.
Yeah. So just keep your chin up. It'll happen.
And the first Zoom call that we did, that was kind of like a practice, but we invited people, and it was like, okay, well, the person who got on was a new rep that I have, who
Oh, that's right.
I texted, told her to just tell her people that she invites. You're in your own home. It's just comfortable. We're just going to share information. So when she got on, about 5 minutes after we were just having a conversation, she has a towel wrapped around her head. She just got out of the shower. She did not know that her picture was going to show up on the screen. But she was a new rep, and every time we've asked her, what can we do to help you? Can we do a part? Because she's a teacher and school started, and so it's busy when you first get started. And what can we do to help you? Can we do 3 ways? Can we just, what can we do to help you? No, thank you. But has not been getting any, responses or any orders. And so we said, we're just going to do the Zoom call for training for you. And that when we were all done, she said, that was really good. I needed to hear that. So it's funny how it just, so we all said, we'll just get comfortable too. We'll go get towels and wrap them around.
And our gal the other night, the one that got on, she was in her jammies. And so she got on and wouldn't show her face. And we said, oh, come on, we got to see your cute jammies. So she finally got on and let us see her in her jammies. And it was just know that even if you invite one and do a call, that you don't need a bunch on there. Just do one, because then it's like really personal.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good point.
Good words.
I remember Carol saying, well, I hope Robin gets on. And I said, I'm just going to text her right now. So she had been invited by Carol, and then I texted her. That's what made her get on with her turban on.
Yes. Teamwork.
Wanting her to get on. So again, we can help each other with that.
Teamwork, for sure.
Yeah, Chris, hey, Sheila, I need you to whatever, come in together.
Right. Before we head off, I want to make sure that everyone is registered for conference, has their working on their roommates, or whatever they're doing. Austin is going to be very powerful. Be prepared to hear some new and neat stuff, just like and I'm sure they'll talk about it, just like the price increase. Did anyone notice that the quad only went up 50 cents?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, but the Omegas went down.
Well, things normalized. We'll say things
Oh, the quad. You
adjusted.
said the quad.
But
Yes,
the
yes.
quad, the whole thing, if you compare the price of the quad now to the price of the quad in January, it only went up 50 cents.
Right.
So
Well,
that's a great selling point.
I love the fact that all the shipping is included now and
Yes.
it's even numbers, and it's just going to be so much
Yes,
easier.
it's going to be a lot easier calculations, and to know that we don't have to calculate in installment fees. We don't have to calculate in the shipping. And now the complete, whether you're getting individual packet or the family pack, it's the same. The price is the price. It's the same.
Yeah.
So they kind of, some went up, some went down, but overall it is well, like your dad used to say, we'll say it normalized. When he was talking about the immune system, he's always, we're going to normalize it. So it kind of adjusted itself so that's not callywhack. I'm going to post Darren's link, and if you have 10 minutes, check that out for today's how to start your day, how to win the day by having a strong start, and a little chart that he gives you. And then I'd love to hear details about the retreat, Cheryl, because I'd love to have a retreat here and kind of figure some of that out. And you ladies that are sales coordinators wanting to get to senior, I guess just stay on. And then Aunt Andrea and Cho, I'll plan something for in the evening that might work for getting to sales coordinator. And then, did somebody else get on that I don't know about? Who's on the iPhone?
That's Andrea, I think.
Okay, she on two places.
Oh, no, maybe not.
Okay.
I don't know, but one thing, I'm going to have to step away. I won't be able to stay on.
Okay.
But one thing I needed y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but hotels in Austin are like outrageously high. And you know the reason why?
South by Southwest that weekend.
Huh?
So South by Southwest.
Well, they're having the Malibu race. So FYI, streets might be closed and stuff. Or
Austin is terrible when it comes to traffic and parking on the street and stuff. So I do advise staying as, if you can, stay as close as you can so that you can just walk.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's that way. But
yeah, I was looking at the prices on anything, and it was like, why is it so high? And I found out that, well, it's going to be pretty crowded, Austin, that weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm sure DJ knew it was going to be the Malibu Grand Prix. He wants to go to that.
It's still better than flying to Long Beach, right? I mean.
No. I'm just talking about that because it's so busy, crowded. There's not going to be a lot of hotels available if we don't book them right away. And they're like $400 a night.
Oh, gosh.
For the cheapest ones.
Are you going to Travelium?
No.
Because they're cheaper there.
Well, they usually haven't been when I tried. I found it cheaper on my own, but apparently this time I don't think it's going to work because hotels are really expensive. So.
Right. I think that if you're staying at one of the ones nearby, they tend to be more expensive, but then Travelium gets a discount. So,
yeah, just FYI.
Yes.
Anyway, I've got to get going.
Yes.
Good talking to you, ladies.
You bet. Everybody stay on Voxer and Facebook,
Bye.
Team Facebook, and then I'll talk to you ladies that are sales coordinators here. So
Love
Thank you,
you,
Lori.
Sakaro. Bye-bye.
thanks
Bye,
for
y'all.
getting on during lunch, Andrea and Cho.
Bye. Bye, Andrea.
Bye, Cheryl. Thank you.
Bye.
Unless you're wanting to stay on.
I gotta run, but I'll connect with you soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Cheryl.
Bye, guys. So good to meet you, Tina.
Nice to meet you.
And that will be fun.
That's right. See you soon.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Cheryl.
Bye, Cheryl. All right.
Bye, Cheryl.
Who's on the iPhone? Do we know?
No. Who would that be? I only invited these three.
Well, I have some people that they ended up in the beauty shop or different places, so they couldn't get on.
There's an iPhone 6 on.
So who's still on the iPhone 6? Okay, well, we'll get going for we won't take too long, but first thing is, have you downloaded the flyer of how to get to senior sales coordinator? It's on your virtual office, and you can download that. And you probably, what you've done up until now is you're just going to continue building on that. So you're looking for 8,000, you're looking for a combined amount of 16,000 points over 2 months. They're expecting one to be lower than the other. So you might have 7 something and you might have 9 something. What they don't want to see is that you have 9 something the first month and then go down to 7. Are you following what I'm saying, Cheryl? Sheila? Okay. So of your 16 pay line that you have that you get in 2 consecutive months, they want to show building. Any question on that?
Say it again.
You're going to need 16,000 in pay line. I guess, first of all, does everybody know where to go to see what your pay line is?
No.
Okay, you can go to your 12-month analysis and go to pay line, follow it across, because if you that's going to include all your international business, so nothing will be left out. So that's got to add up to 16,000. You need to have, you're going to have 4 lines. One is going to be a sales coordinator, and they have to be in PB, so they're qualified.
How many? 2, 4.
2 of your 4 legs are going to be virtual franchisees, one of which is a recent 2,000 pluser. So within the last 6 months, one of those is a 2,000 pluser. And of those 2, one of those needs to be PB qualified. You have to have 3, you have to be a 3 club. So that third one can come from anywhere. It can come from under the sales coordinator or under the VF, or it could be a third line. Does that make sense?
No, you lost me on that one.
Okay. They want you to be a 3 club, but it does not have to be 3 direct lines underneath you. It does need to be the sales coordinator and one of the VFs, but the third qualifier could be a VF under the sales coordinator or a VF under the VF. It might be your other VF, but it doesn't have to be. Does that make sense?
So you have 1 sales coordinator and 2 VFs?
Yes, and then your 4th line is DD. So these are the minimums. You might end up with, 2 sales coordinators and 2 VFs, but you have to at least have 1 sales coordinator who's PB qualified, 1 VF who's PB qualified, and 1 VF who is recent 2,000 pluser, and then at least a DD.
So that's only 3 lines.
That's 4. Sales coordinator, 2 VFs, and a DD.
3, 4.
Oh, okay.
So the next thing is that you're going to need 6 to 8 team on each one of those lines.
I just heard that it's now 8.
Yes, they're kind of sticking with it. This says a minimum of 6. So every change they make is just to build you stronger. If they see that something's kind of on the weak side and tends to crumble, then they'll go with a little bit more because they want to set you up for success. So at least minimum of 6, head for 8 team. And to get to count them, that means that they are commission qualified. They have at least 90 points, and they have 3 to 5 customers, at least. So I ask this, if I have 3 customers, but I'm only 85, does that count? No. You have to be 90, and you have to have between at least 3 to 5, however many it takes to be that. However many customers it's going to take based on what their orders are. So this sets you up for success, and it kind of gives you a target now. Basically, if you help someone do the HLP, that should do it. They're going to have 3 to 5 customers, and they're going to have the 90 points. It's important that you are aware of that they do not want to count a household line. So they don't want to count your husband or a live-in child. They want you to have a bona fide business that's built the correct way. Doesn't mean you can't have your husband or a downline child or someone as a teammate. It just means they're not going to count that line for what you need to get to senior sales coordinator, unless there's someone in that line that's working and building and doing the same. And then they would allow you to count it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that means you're going to be a 3 club, right? So you're looking to be a 3 club. You're looking to have a structure of 4 solid legs. I'm just repeating now. 4 solid legs with 6 to 8 working distributors. And by working, I mean they are commission qualified and they've got at least 3 to 5. So they could be brand new, just done their HLP for some of them. But, and when you start looking at what you need to accomplish, when you're looking at how am I going to get 8,000 points a month, it takes, well, when you do your 1,000 plus, there's 2,000 points. When every HLP is another 500 points. So you start adding that up when you're looking at and breaking it down smaller when you're looking at your team. Everything is going to be, and this is a favorite saying that in this business, there is not a problem existing with your business that cannot be helped by talking to more people, by having more conversations, by inviting more people to look at what it is that you have. So if you feel like you're starting to get stuck or slowing down, just remember that. Set your calendar up for success, for you to be successful by having those conversations, one-on-one conversations, virtual events, salad and jar party, the launch calls, all those things. So, do you have any questions on that?
What does commission qualified mean? I just want to clarify.
It means that they have at least 90 points, 90 PV of their own.
Okay.
And just so you know, if you promote someone to DD and they don't have 90 points, if you promote them to anything, anybody at any level, if they don't have 90 points, they are not going to qualify to get any commissions. They'll get the retail sales profit, but they won't get commissions unless they have at least those 3 to 5 customers which generate 90 points. And usually it's 2 or 3 customers, their own order, and 1 or 2. So it's that HLP usually.
That's a really good point. I'm glad you said that, because when we talk to people about saving money on their household,
yes,
they need to have at least 3 orders to get paid.
Right. That's why the HLP is such an easy, let's do the HLP for you. Get a $100 bonus, and that kind of sets you up for continuing to get the commissions. Of course,
How do we know?
after that, it's the big thing is to be qualified. That's huge. So that you PB qualified, performance bonus qualified. And when they're looking at this, because they send all their promotions to a board or a team or whatever, they want to see growth. They would not like to see that you're living on your excess. So when you qualify and you get your 1,000, each month that you have over 1,000 starts adding up and puts it in the bank for you. It's like a savings account. So that if something happens one month and you don't happen to get 1,000, you have what's in the bank to carry you over. Does that make sense, Gina?
I got that. That helps. Yeah.
Okay. So, and some of it's inevitable because as people promote out, then their points sometimes get pulled and kind of moved around. But if you continue to grow, you're okay. And that's why they give you that savings account, so that you have something to tide you over while some people are promoting and other people are coming up in the ranks. And the same thing.
It's my emergency fund.
Yes, it is. Dave Ramsey, it's that emergency fund. Then you've got when you get to POB, then that gives you the 3,000, and the same thing happens. They don't want to see you dipping into your savings accounts and making it smaller and smaller each month. They want to see you growing and growing. So they'd rather see 25 in your excess but building each month than you're at 25 because you've been taking away from it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And that's kind of an overview.
That was really helpful, Lori.
It's all right here. The biggest thing is to know, what are you going to get out of it? Why go through all this? You're going to get a check for $2,500. You're going to get the promotion to senior sales coordinator. You're going to get a free conference ticket. You're going to get a $200 boot camp voucher. You're going to obviously keep getting the retail sales profit. You'll keep getting the whole 22% commissions. And if you're PB qualified, then you get the 5%. You start working towards POB qualification, which gives you 4% on those teammates you have that have promoted out to sales coordinator. You start getting the business incentive bonus, the BIB, and you get the end of the year holiday bonus. So when you get to senior sales coordinator, that has moved you up into leadership where you start getting more of that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I know all of you can do it. What are your goals?
To do it.
To do it. You know what they say about having goals? They have to be smart. You have to have
Your convenience.
a deadline, a date. When do you want to accomplish it by? So I encourage you to start thinking about that, and keep the steam, keep the locomotive going, keep that priming the engine, throwing stuff in the engine so you have lots of steam. I don't know. I'm a homeschooling mom, so that probably.
So,
Sorry.
Lori, this is applicable through the end of the year, right? We don't know after the end of the year what the goals are, what the rules are.
This is dated June 21st, and it does not have a ending date on it. But they usually go conference to conference. So after Austin, you'll be able to check, and they would let us know, okay, we're extending this, or but I'm going to tell you that in Austin, you'll learn some stuff that will continue to set this up as being favorable.
Okay. All right. We'll print that off and
Yes.
we'll work on that.
They also have another page which says Title Requirement Guide.
Okay.
it has it for senior sales, qualifying national marketing director, and national marketing director. So
I haven't seen that one yet.
this is helpful, and it says again effective June 21st. So this is the leadership, and I think I printed both of these from the virtual office under resources and forms.
We'll go print those.
So
Thank you, Lori. That was very
yeah.
helpful.
You bet.
And
I'm
I've
so
got
glad y'all got on. We will plan for, I'm going to say we'll plan next week, same time, same station, everything. And you let me know if we need to have more just for seniors, from sales to senior sales. Socorro had to get off, but her and I had this conversation earlier this morning on our coaching call. So awesome.
Shay wants to do it too, but she's working, so the recording will be helpful for her.
Okay.
And then I know Craig and who is the other one Mary, our new rep with Carol. She wants to get to sales coordinator. So I've got a couple of more to add to your VF group.
Perfect. Perfect.
Just so appreciate you helping us. I
Betcha.
so appreciate it.
Y'all can, if I can do this, I mean, get to, do this business, y'all can do this, because I am,
That's what I tell them.
who am I? I'm,
Mother of 9. Yes.
mother of 9.
Wife of dentist.
Yeah, I'm a physical
Homeschooling mom. Yeah. So can you share, have you heard her story? Can you share your story real quick? Because Tina.
I can briefly. I have a appointment that I had to head out for, but I have a degree in biology. I have a degree in physical therapy. I worked in the Texas Medical Center, and we had started our family, have 9 kids in 15 years. I've got 2 teenagers still at home, 1 in college. The rest are all out of college and working, some of them married. And I've homeschooled all my kids. And so just, one foot in front of the other. I found out about this business and this product when our 9th child was 5 months of age and had just spent 9 days in Texas Children's Hospital when he was 1 month old. So I was looking for something, but I thought that I already had it. So I was one of those very skeptical, don't tell me anything because I already know it all kind of people, and realized, and now the older I get, the more it's like, I don't know anything, There's just, God created us so miraculously, and he gave us this gift of Juice Plus and this business, and it came right at the right time. I'll throw this out. The benefits package is what called us. The benefits package and the tuition reimbursement program is what called us. And because the company has paid for up to 4 kids in college at a time that we had, they would send me, check for each one of them to get an amount, which they needed and appreciated. And it provided insurance, health insurance, just when our daughter needed brain surgery.
Oh, my word. Wow.
So God has been taking care of us. He knows what we need. And that just came, So it's all been an amazing ride, an amazing journey. And I cannot imagine what my health or what my family or what my finances would look like without this. And I can't imagine, because this started filling up the little void that I had about, I've always given back. I've always helped people. I've always, since high school, I was working in a hospital. So when I started staying home and teaching my kids, that was amazing. I would not trade that for anything. But there was something in me, I had to help other people. I had to get out of my house and help other people. And this did that for me. And matter of fact, I think it did a much better job than what I was doing before, as far as the quality of the help and the lasting. So,
what did the product do for you, Lori?
I have ulcerative colitis, and so I'd had bleeding since 1980. I found out about this in 2004, so I had bleeding every day. in that time frame, and I started Juice Plus, and within 4 to 6 weeks it stopped. And I was like, are you kidding me? Everybody in the world needs to have this stuff. They need to know about it. They need to, you know, they're not necessarily dealing with the same thing I am, and I can't guarantee they're going to get the exact same results. I can guarantee what the research proves. I can guarantee what's happening on a cellular level. I can guarantee that it makes perfect sense and is a smart idea to increase your fruit and vegetable uptake. The more we know, that is just a given. So it's been a huge savings for us. My husband, as a dentist, would get the flu 2 or 3 times a year. And of course, if he doesn't go to work, he doesn't get paid. And when he started taking Juice Plus, that went down. So maybe in the last 15 years, maybe he's gotten the flu 3 times. You know, it's made a big change. So we don't get sick as often. We used to wake up in the middle of the night hearing our kids throw up. And of course, it would go from child to child to child. So it would last, you know, several weeks. And that just stopped. It just stopped. So
What a story.
Yeah.
definitely something we needed to hear. But I have to say, ladies, I've got to hit the road, and I'm so appreciative
So much.
of y'all. And
Lori.
yes, it was good to see y'all, and we will see you same time, same place. And I'll post this link of the recording, which would include everything, and then the senior sales coordinator. I guess it's all one thing. So I'll post it in there. So
Thank you so much, Lori.
you all have a great day.
You
All
too.
right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Chris.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.